Hi there, my name's Andy and I'm here today to teach you a card game called Jass. This will be the start of a series. I've called it a pilot, just to get us started with some of the basics. It is quite complex, so it will be a series, I guess somewhere between 8 and 10 sessions, just to get us through the different aspects of the game. We can get started quite quickly. I think by the end of session 2 we should be able to do some basic kind of playing, and then we'll just build on it as we go from there. I'll try and keep the videos quite short, so I'm aiming between 5 and 10 minutes at the most. Hopefully they'll all be more like 5 minutes each, so that we don't fall asleep together. So I learnt the game in Switzerland. My wife's from Switzerland, and I'm been living in England all my life. So when we were living in England, we had to try and teach it to people over here. So I've taught this to quite a few people in the UK. And I know as well that other family elsewhere in the world, so my niece in Australia at the moment, was trying to teach it to people, and I guess she was struggling a little bit to explain it. So she asked me if I would do a little series on it on YouTube. We'll see if I can do it any better, any clearer. We'll see. Anyway, so the origins of it, it's from Switzerland. As far as I know, it was kind of invented there. Most pubs and restaurants over there will have a set of cards in the restaurant where you can go and play if you want to, as people go and play. It's a similar game, so it's like based on tricks, so it's quite similar to games like Whist and Solo, if you're familiar with those, but there are some fundamental differences, so it's worth sticking with me on this pilot, just to get some of those differences and understand what they are. It's a game for 4 people. Ordinarily you would play that 4 of you in pairs, so you have a fixed pair that you play with throughout the game. I have seen it played with 3 people. I've played with 3 as a threesome, but didn't quite work for me, so I think I would stick to the 4s, 2 pairs, if you can. Certainly that's the basic way of doing it. So the deck of cards is slightly different, and this is the first kind of really fundamental difference that we have. There are 4 suits, the same as a full set of cards, so hearts, clubs, spades and diamonds, as you can see, so that's normal. But the key difference really is that within each of those suits there are only 9 cards. So we start from the 6 and we go through up to the ace. We can see here the jack, the queen, the king and the ace. They do look slightly different to other cards sets that you may have seen before. There are, I think even within Jass cards, there are different varieties. So you have like French and German Jass cards. I think, I'm not going to say which these ones are because I'm not entirely sure, because it's not really important. So we're going from a 6 to an ace. That is important. No 2, 3, 4 or 5. So that takes a little bit, if you're used to playing with a full set of cards, that can take a little bit of getting used to what cards have gone already and things like that. So I'm going to start building up the game, more so in my second video, but just to say, I want to get some of the real fundamentals, so I'm going to focus now on just dealing. Now, for me that's simple, it's not important, but certainly as I've been told, it can be, it's part of the culture of the game. I don't know, maybe that's right, maybe it's not wrong, maybe it's wrong. So we shuffle the cards in between each hand, in between each round, we shuffle them. Then we present them to the person on our left, full pack, give it to them, the person on our left. The person on our left then cuts them towards us, and then we can take them. And then we deal. We deal 3 cards at a time and go anti-clockwise. The game is all played anti-clockwise, or as my dad would say, the sick way round. I don't know if that's positive or negative, but anyway, sick. There we go. All 9 cards to 4 different people, 30 cards in total. Maths. So we now all have 9 cards each. That's the shuffling, cutting, dealing. We're going anti-clockwise. We then have 9 cards each, so it's 9 tricks per round, and at the end of that round we will count up points. and see who has the most points and how we record those. The way that we record those points is really the different fundamental ways that we play the game. The one that I'm going to focus on is a method called coiffeur, which is where we have different calls that are defined at the start of the whole game, and we just have to work our way through each of those different calls. So my next video, I'll start off with one of the more basic calls, a top-down, obonaba, and a bottom-up, umanocha, and I'll start off with explaining those on the next video. So I hope that gave us a bit of a start point, a framework which we can build on next time. Okay, thank you guys, cheers, bye-bye.